Today, we're looking at two awesome dash cams, the Thinkware U3000 and the 70mm A810. So let me tell you more about it.
So here we have both dash cams side by side. We're going to start off by unboxing the U3000. The box has two layers. On the top you're going to find the front dash cam, and it's actually built very nice. Obviously it has an adjustable lens. I'll show you how that works in a minute. And on the bottom we have all the necessary hardware for the wiring, and we have the hardwire kit for the battery, but I'm not going to be messing with that today. Here is the rear camera, and we also get some included extra sticky mounts, and of course the SD card. Now here is the 70mm camera. This is the A810. Here's the rear camera, the front camera, and this camera actually has a built-in display, which I will show you more of a little bit later. Underneath that we have more cables for connecting the back camera to the front camera, and we have a cigarette adapter which will power those cameras, and we have some instructions with some sticky mounts for mounting the camera. You can also get optional accessories such as the 4G hardwire kit, which will allow you to access your dash cam no matter where you are. And we can also wire this directly into the battery too. So we're going to start off by installing the U3000. And the installation of both of these cameras is very simple, but I did find that the U3000 was slightly harder to install simply because of the cables being a little bit thicker, and there was constantly a sound reminding me to install the memory card during the installation. And this cable kept falling out from the rear camera, which just constantly was annoying me. Now here we are installing the 70mm camera. It comes with that quick release plate and that sticky mount. Just goes directly onto the windshield. Now we are looking at the display, which actually is very functional. So now we're going to attach a cigarette lighter. And yes, the U3000 is also powered the same way. So now we're going to wire the front camera, and again, this part is kind of tricky, but we do have the necessary wedging tools that come with both the U3000 and the A810. It just takes a lot of patience, and the weather stripping is pretty easy to come off. The tricky part is putting the weather stripping back on, making sure that everything looks nice and neat. So here we are with the U3000 up close. It has a pretty loud speaker. The buttons again only are needed to connect the dash cam to the app. For the most part, you connect via Wi-Fi and via Bluetooth. There's a little video guide that you will use to align the camera directly to the front of your car, so that way it can detect collisions and lane departure warning as well. There's a bunch of different settings that you can mess with, as you can see here on the app. Both the U3000 and the 70mm have very similar features, but one thing that did irritate me about the U3000 is that it would constantly beep, and because it doesn't have a display, I wouldn't know what it was alerting me about, whether it was lane departure or forward collision warnings. I had no idea. And if you are looking for more features such as the parking surveillance, you will need to hardwire both of these cameras directly to the fuse box of your car. And both the U3000 and the A810 give you the ability to download everything that's been recorded directly to your phone, which is a great feature. But for the best quality, I would recommend looking at the SD cards that both cameras come with. Now, the biggest reason why I think the 70mm is a better dash cam, I realize that this is a sponsor video, but the built-in display is a huge perk because you can access features directly within the dash cam without having to go through the app, which I love. And as you can see right here, we're going to start comparing footages from both cameras side by side, daylight and nighttime footage. This is the hood, the front of the car, and you can see both look fantastic, producing 4K images, and license plates can easily be read when you zoom in on the footage. Here is the rear camera on the 70mm setup. Very nice. It is lower resolution compared to the front, but that's the same on the U3000. And the watermark on the A810 is a lot easier to read, giving us exact GPS coordinates, speed, and the date. So here we are comparing both rear cameras, and honestly, they both are very similar. Now, nighttime footage, you're going to see a huge difference. This is the front camera now. We are looking at the 70mm going into the thinkware camera. Comparing them both side by side, we get much more detail, more clarity with the A810 compared to the U3000. You can see right here the huge difference. And the rear camera, there's also a huge difference when it comes down to noise and overall clarity as well. The 70mm does win here in low light. There is no comparison, and I just think that it looks much better. None of these clips have been altered. This is raw directly out of both of the cameras, so please leave your opinions down below in the comment section. And yes, both camera systems have built-in audio recording too.
So if you're interested in the winning dash cam, which is by far the 70mm A810, simply because of its price to feature ratio, make sure you check out the link down below. I highly recommend the camera. I think you're gonna love it. It improves your safety. So yeah, check out that link. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I'll see you in another video. Peace.